What's going on, guys? Welcome back to YouTube. Question I get asked quite often is how can I get better at shooting without having to go and spend money on ammo and spend time at the range and do things like that? Because some people have ranges that they go to where they can't draw from a holster, they can't shoot quickly, things like that. So today what we're going to talk about is we're going to go through 5 different ways that you can get better at shooting without actually having to go and burn through ammo and spend time at the range. So up first, dry fire. First off, you'll want to make sure that your gun is completely unloaded. Then what you'll want to do is put up a piece of tape or a target on the wall so that way you have some point of reference. And then you'll just practice sitting there and pulling the trigger um, until you notice that your trigger pull is smooth enough to where your front sight or your red dot doesn't jump around. Practicing your trigger pull is very critical for taking accurate shots. So this is just one fundamental that you can work on at home without having to go out and burn through ammo. Dry fire also doesn't cost you anything to do. For number 2, I would say manipulations drills. With manipulations drills, it is also important that you make sure that your gun is completely clear before you go messing with it. A few of the different manipulations drills you can practice are mag changes, dropping your mag, put a new mag in, things like that will definitely help make that a little bit faster. And then doing this in the dark where you're not watching everything that you're doing, so that every time that you grab your magazine, it's more instinctual, will definitely help that be a little bit faster and smoother. Another thing you can do is tap, rack, bang. So malfunctions drills where, say, your gun's locked open or you get a stovepipe or something like that. Tap the magazine, rack the slide, pull the trigger. Doing that will definitely help you in the situation where your gun actually jams while you're at the range or in a self-defense situation. Another thing you can do is you can do holster draws, which this kind of falls into dry fire and manipulation drills. So what you'll do is just have your gun in your holster, obviously unloaded, and draw it and see how quick you can get to your first shot on target, just to make that a little bit quicker and a little bit smoother. For those shooters who are new to pistol red dots, if you just put one on your gun, a way that you can familiarize yourself very well with that red dot without actually having to shoot is practicing finding your dot. So what you'll do is you'll just sit the gun down, pick it up, find the dot, pull the trigger, and then just repeat. This will make it to where your target acquisition is much faster, and therefore whenever you go out to the range, you'll be a lot quicker getting your first round on target and make your follow-up shots even more natural after that. Much like the dry fire drills that I was recommending earlier, manipulations drills do not cost you anything. So you're already going to have the pistol. You're probably already going to have extra magazines and a mag carrier, I would hope. So doing these manipulations drills isn't going to cost you anything extra, and you can just do it at home on your free time while you're sitting there watching TV or whatever you may be doing at home. The third thing I would recommend for practicing without having to go to the range and burn through ammo, it would be air guns. Now, why do I say air guns? Air guns are getting more and more close to the real deal. We have a couple Glock 17 air guns around the shop, and I also shoot a Glock 17. And so, what I will personally do with that is I will practice my holster draw, getting the gun out of the holster and getting rounds on target, and then practicing target transitions. So, draw from the holster, 2 rounds on target, move to the next target, 2 rounds on target. Now, a downside to air guns is that they are most of the time not going to be optics cut. You can spend a little bit more money and get some of those that are, but they are typically going to be around the $100 mark, and they will typically not have an optics cut on them. Now, like I mentioned earlier, air guns are typically going to cost around $100. Here's just a little screen grab of the Crossman website. This is just a few different options that you can get. In addition to the handguns, they do also have some rifles. Here's just a couple of those. The DPMS SBR BB gun is super cool. It is also full auto, so that is pretty fun just to play around with that every now and then. But you can always put your red dot on here, and if you have an air rifle and a BB gun, then you can practice your rifle to pistol transitions, things like that may help you whenever you get to the range as well. Whenever you factor in the price of ammo for a BB gun versus ammo for a 5.56 AR or a 300 blackout AR, you're going to be in much better shape at the end of the day, burning BBs versus burning 300 blackout or 5.56. So number 4 way that you can get better at shooting without actually having to go to the range, I would say, would be this little gizmo called the gripkeeper. So what's cool about the gripkeeper is you can order it for whatever gun that you've got, whether you have a Glock, a SIG, a Smith & Wesson, Canic, CZ, any manufacturer out there. Just check his website. He's got an insane amount of options out there. And what this does is it is a grip trainer for your specific pistol. What you do is whether you're driving, sitting on the couch, making dinner, whatever it may be, you can just sit there and work this grip keeper. and it will build up the strength in your 3 fingers that you use to grip the pistol. There's not a lot of other ways to train your hands like this. And what this is going to do is it's going to reduce your muzzle flip by controlling the gun and giving you a lot better leverage on the pistol. So as far as benefits to this thing, the price point is phenomenal. 30 to 40 bucks, 60, 70 bucks at the top end if you get all of the spring options. Pick your color, pick your pistol, and increase your muzzle control in a way that doesn't burn through ammo and literally is just building up hand strength. And there's even different versions of it that you can get. You can get what I got, which is just the grip, or you can get the grip with a trigger. You can get the grip with a trigger and an optics cut, or you can even get a full-on training pistol so that you can work on your sight alignment and finding your dot. These are super cool, and you should definitely check them out. I purchased this one with my own money just to see if it was worth it. And I can personally tell you guys, this is a super cool product that I definitely think y'all should look into. So number 5 way that I would recommend getting better at shooting without actually having to go to the range would be the Mantis X10 Elite. The X10 Elite can be used with dry fire or live fire, so whichever one you're doing, if you're out at the range or just at home on a rainy day, you can sit there, practice dry fire, holster draw. There are so many different options inside of the Mantis app that you can use to get so much better at shooting without ever actually having fire around. Not only that, it will also give you tips on how you can fix some of the issues that you may be having. You can also make different profiles, whether it be for different guns or different shooters. You can use it on pistol, bow, or rifle, whichever you choose. The Mantis X10 Elite system will cost you a little bit more money, though. It's going to cost you around $250, which isn't horribly offensive whenever you factor in the price of ammo, cleaning supplies, time cleaning, and also wasted time at the range that you've had before. This is a great way to capitalize on every single range trip and actually learn something from your shooting. So there you have it. There's 5 ways that you can get better at shooting without actually having to go burn ammo. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out. I know plenty of people don't have access to private ranges, so having something like this to kind of help you build some skills before you actually get out to the range is definitely going to help out in the future. I personally use all these methods to get better at shooting, so that way whenever I do go to the range, I get that much more out of each range trip. So if this helps you guys out, please let me know. Drop me a comment, leave me a like. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.